Next.
Heidi! Hi! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad it's you.
Nice to meet you. We'll see you again.
Yeah, I am so glad that it's you because I knew that you did career counseling, and my daughter told me that she had spoken to you, and you know I've been having all those troubles with her. So after we get done with this, I was really hoping that we could kind of talk about the problems that I'm having with her and get your opinion, get some feedback. You know, she's really been giving me a lot of problems, and I know that you are seeing her, so anyway.
Well, let's go ahead and, since you're here for career counseling, we're going to go ahead and work on that side of the house, and then we'll address some of those issues maybe later.
Okay.
Okay?
That sounds great.
While you're here, we are going to do some informed consent and confidentiality. If you could read that, and then at the bottom, sign it. Make sure that you're okay with anything. If you have any questions or anything, let me know.
Okay. All right. This looks pretty standard. All right. Yeah, I think I understand this. There you go. Thank you.
Well, and as you noted on here, one of the things that we're going to talk about is the confidentiality part. And what we talk about in here is going to be confidential.
Okay.
And it's not going to be covered with other people. I just
Okay.
want to make sure that that's clear.
Okay.
Okay, one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to do an intake form, and usually we have you fill this out, but I know that this was kind of a drop by and see us, so we're going to kind of do this together.
Okay.
And then I will have you do some testing. I have an SDS, self-directed search test, and then we'll also have you do a discovery test, just to kind of to get an idea of what your it'll basically tell you how, you know, things you enjoy and things of that nature, and then we'll kind of go over it.
Oh, that'll probably be really helpful.
Yeah.
You know,
and also, as far as the confidentiality part, as you know, I'm a student. I'm a counselor in training, so I'm probably just stumbling all over myself. And we are videotaping it, as you know, and thank you so much for doing that. The only other person that's going to see this then is going to be my supervisor.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make sure that you knew that.
So, do you videotape when you see my daughter also?
That is confidential, and that is, you know, not something that I can talk to you about, and I cannot even tell you who I see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's, I would not be able to tell anybody else who I saw. It's between you and I.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, I was really hoping that we could at least talk a little bit about, you know, what was going on, and do you think we could do that?
Well, let's go ahead and focus on the career counseling part of it, and then I can get back with you on that.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Name, I'll go ahead and fill that out.
Okay.
Today's date. What is your date of birth?
9/7/59.
And your relationship status?
Single.
Okay. Okay, briefly list the highest level of formal education you have obtained and other relevant education.
I have a bachelor's. It's called a BID.
Okay.
And that's an interdisciplinary degree that focuses in sociology, psychology, and nursing.
Okay. And what subjects did you enjoy studying the most?
I really enjoyed math, and I had trouble with it. I really had to spend a lot of time, but I thought of it like a puzzle for a game. So I really, really enjoyed that. And then I really like the psychology and sociology classes as well. I like helping people.
Okay. And what subjects have you least enjoyed studying?
Science.
That's kind of funny because you like the social sciences, just not the physical sciences?
Yeah, like biology, microbiology, physiology. I did not excel in those areas.
I understand. Okay, do you have a current job?
No.
Okay. And why are you seeking career counseling?
Because as you can see, my degree is all over the place, and so I don't really know what direction to go in to look for a career. Thinking about going back to school possibly, but right now I don't really see an avenue for me to go with this degree other than just having a bachelor.
Okay. And what do you hope to accomplish from career counseling?
I hope to be able to have a focus of where I'm going to go.
What are your current career goals?
I want to be able to support myself, so I need to make at least $40,000 a year minimum.
Okay. And if you could do anything you wanted, what would it be?
I would probably, I thought about being a counselor like you are,
Oh,
but I know you need a master's degree, so I just don't know if I have that kind of time right now to go to school.
okay.
So that's why
But it is something you're looking at.
I
in
am.
your school. Okay.
And then, I'm not really sure what classes that would be or what the schedule would be, but.
Okay. And maybe that's something that you like to look at while you're here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Out of these, what are 3 or 5 of the values that are most important to you?
Probably helping others. Free time leisure. And moral fulfillment.
Okay. What kind of barriers do you think could get in the way of meeting your career goals?
Lack of money.
That can get in the way of a lot of goals.
Yes.
Okay, what kind of aspects, prior experience have you liked the most?
Well, I was a personal trainer for a long time, so I really liked helping people meet their goals.
Okay.
I found a lot of fulfillment in that. Watching people, being in shape isn't necessarily only about the way you look, it's also about how you feel.
That's true.
So I really enjoyed that. Watching people be able to feel better about themselves. And then look better was just a secondary benefit.
Yeah, absolutely. What did you least like about prior experiences?
Well, I was a factory worker, so I didn't really like standing in one spot. So I hate boring, repetitious stuff.
What are the top 3 skills that you can offer an employer?
I'm dependable. I'm energetic. And I have a positive attitude.
Okay. Have you ever invested in personal career and or personal development services before?
Yes, I did when I was doing my undergrad at ESU.
Were the results helpful for you?
Yes, they were
Awesome.
extremely helpful.
And why or why not?
Well, when I went in there, I had to decide what I was going to get my degree in, and I had been doing nursing, and I only had 2 classes to go. So they were very helpful in picking this PID degree, and it was only another 21 hours, and I was able to do that in a semester in the summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they were very helpful.
Great. All right, well, what we're going to do now is I'm going to have you go see the secretary, and she's going to set you up in a room, and we'll have you do some testing like I was telling you before, and then I will call you back in after you're done, and then we'll talk.
Okay, that sounds great.
All right, fantastic.
Thank you
so much.
And then hopefully we can talk about my daughter too a little bit.
Yeah, we'll definitely touch on that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. See you later.
Okay.
Gosh, this is going to be a bit of an ethical dilemma. I need to talk to one of my coworkers. Hello? Hi, can you come and see me for a minute? I'm having a bit of a dilemma. Thanks.
Hey, Heidi.
Hi, Crystal. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to me. I'm having a bit of an ethical dilemma.
Oh, no.
And I was just wondering if you could help me out with it.
Sure. What's going on?
Well, I had a client that came in, and she's coming in for counseling, for career counseling, but she also wanted to talk about some issues that she's having with her daughter. She's wanting to talk about some personal counseling. And while I'm qualified to do it, this is probably not the place. And I'm thinking that maybe not, but I wanted to hear your input and see what you thought.
Wow, that is a huge dilemma, especially if is she asking you any questions about her daughter? You know?
She is kind of asking me some questions about that, and I think I can handle that one by explaining the confidentiality part and going that direction, because we did go over the informed consent and confidentiality notice.
Okay.
So I think that I can kind of get that part of it away from her. The problem that I'm having is that I'm also seeing her daughter on the career counseling side, and her daughter has made comments too about her, and I'm just afraid of mixing the situation, that this could get ugly, and I really don't want to go that route.
Wow. I personally don't think that I would, of course, not mix the two. Is there any way that you can counsel her in a different setting for that, or can you refer her to someone else?
Probably
Because
I
there
should
is
refer
that
her.
connection there with you counseling her daughter, and then
Yeah.
you know she comes in for.
Would you be up to me asking Lisa, and then we can all talk about it?
Absolutely.
Let me think about that.
I have
Okay,
no
hold on,
problem
let me
with
ask
that.
Lisa.
Sure.
Hello, Lisa? Hi, can you come in and talk to us? We're having a bit of an ethical dilemma. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a big one. I don't know exactly what I would do in that particular case.
I'm a little scared.
Hi.
Hi,
Crystal.
thanks for coming in. I know you're really super busy, but I'm having an ethical dilemma, and I was talking to Crystal about it, and we were discussing a little bit, but since you're my supervisor, I really think that I need to have your input specifically.
What'd you call me?
Yeah, so here's what's happening. I had a client that came in, and she's coming in for career counseling, but she also wants to do some personal counseling. And the issue that I have is that I'm also her daughter's career counselor. And her daughter is also kind of having she's saying some things about her, and I really just don't want this to get ugly as far as mixing the two, personal counseling and career counseling. Mm-hmm. Although I'm capable of doing them, so that's not the issue, it's more the issue of mixing it. And so I was thinking no, Crystal was kind of thinking no, but I wanted to hear your thoughts on it. I mean, I could do it if that's what you'd like me to do, because I think I can kind of dismiss the confidentiality part and tell her that we're not going to discuss anything that is going on with her daughter, but I thought I'd get your input.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you brought this to my attention. I'm not sure how we managed to get both assigned to you. I can see this can be really shaky ground here. And I think you're right, you probably could go over the confidentiality part of it. I'm a little concerned she might stay persistent about it, and it could get difficult and uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is maybe the best solution would be to reassign her to a different counselor.
Okay.
You've already been working with the daughter for some time
Yes.
now, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and you've established a good counseling relationship there.
Yes.
Just to make sure that there's no questions, there's no confidentiality breach whatsoever. Not that you would, but just there's no questions about it. I think it might be the best idea to go ahead and reassign her to a different counselor. Now, Crystal, do you know either party?
No. No.
Okay.
I don't know either.
Okay. Would you feel comfortable if I reassigned her to you?
Absolutely. I can
Okay.
do that.
All right. and just go over the same information, and I'll explain, you know, what you might do is explain to her, and I can be in here with you at that time. We'll just explain to her that because there was some kind of misunderstanding where both got assigned to the same counselor, and that just for confidentiality purposes would not be a very good idea. We're going to reassign her to Crystal,
Okay.
and that Crystal would be a good counselor for her
Well,
too.
what do you think if I went ahead and called Susan and had Susan call in and let her know to come in and see us, and I can introduce Donna to Crystal, and then that way she can go ahead, I can go ahead and make the transition a little bit easier at this point.
Mhm.
And
I
then
think we
if-
can just transition Donna today, since
Okay.
we're in the early beginning stages of
Okay,
this.
and then if there's any problems, we can call you back, but I'd like to try to
Sounds
see
good
if I
to
can
me.
handle it myself. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea,
Okay.
and let me know if you have any other questions or
Okay.
concerns.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
Susan.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Well, let me call Susan and have her, let Donna know to come in and talk to us.
Okay.
Hi, Susan. Hi, can you let Donna know that I'm ready for her? Okay, thanks. All right, bye. Hi, Donna.
These were fun.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you thought so.
Yeah, they were helpful.
Oh, good. Well, you had talked to me a little bit about your situation with your daughter, and because you were assigned to me, and I am assigned to your daughter, that is probably going to be a little bit tricky. And so I talked to my supervisor, and we're going to go ahead and transfer you to Crystal. Crystal will be your career counselor, so that we're not going to have any issues or potential issues. And so I hope that's okay.
I can understand that.
Okay?
That would be fine.
Okay, fantastic. And Crystal, this is Donna. Donna, this is Crystal. So
Crystal, nice to meet you.
I'm going to go ahead and give Crystal all your stuff, and
Okay.
then you can go ahead and work with her.
Okay.
If that'll work. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
I'm sorry that not that I'm not going to be able to work with you, but I'd be glad to work with you, Crystal.
All right, that sounds
Awesome.
good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
If you like, we can get together and come up with a day for us to meet.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.